Here's a crazy statistic that I didn't know, but it comes from the US Federal Reserve. Over 50% of North Americans can't make ends meet. In fact, they're probably never going to retire. They have to work hard for the rest of their life. And hopefully that's not you. But if you're on that track, there's hope. I'm going to show you the 3 things in this video that you can do right now, like I did, to become financially free. Open this. Do you remember this little piggy bank? God, I remember when I was a kid, I had this piggy bank, and my grandma and grandpa used to give me some money so I could put some coins in here and save up some money. And guess what? After a while, I was allowed to take this piggy bank and I was allowed to do this. Bam! And smash this baby. Why? What was the occasion? It was to go and buy something. And that was the beginning of your problem. All right, so before I start talking about exactly how to get you there and what the 3 steps are, I want to create a baseline of what is financial security and what is financial freedom. So I'm going to suppose that you're making, say, $50,000 a year, but you're also, like most Americans, you're spending at least $50,000 a year. And in order for you to become financially secure, we need that $50,000 a year to be coming in not from your job, but from cash flowing assets. More on that later. There's real estate, stocks, and businesses, but I'll explain that later. How do you get $50,000 a year coming in from a cash flowing asset? Let's hypothetically say you own an apartment building with, say, about 50 units approximately, and it throws off, after all expenses and property management, $50,000 in a year in profit, where you could be in Jamaica or in Asia or sleeping and the money's still coming in. You are now financially secure. Now let's talk about what we all want, which is financial freedom. And this is what really jazzes me and excites me. So we're gonna go from $50,000 a year, I'm gonna make this number up for you, to $50,000 a month coming in while you're sleeping or lying down. Cool or cool, watch this. $50,000 a month equals $600,000 a year coming in, and that's a lifestyle of freedom, baby. You can do pretty much whatever you want, right? You're free financially if that much is coming in. You're gonna use one of the CFAs, real estate, stocks, or businesses, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. But those are the baselines that we're shooting for. You go ahead and fill in your number, but that's the definition that's gonna help you walk through this next step. Mom, Dad. Yes, son? Can I borrow some money? I want to go with my friends on the weekend. We're gonna go to Johnny's place and go out. No, why don't you go get yourself a job? A job? You heard of those things? What? What do you mean get a job? I don't get a job. What do you think I am, an ATM machine? Yeah, you're like an ATM machine, sure. I like that. So the training continues. As a teenager, you were told to go get a job, to change your most valuable asset, your time, for money, flipping burgers at McDonald's or working at the local ice cream shop. And so you thought, if I give up my time, I get some money, I get to go have some fun and spend more money. And then what happened? When you were in school, your parents and the teachers all said, get a good education so you can go to university. And from there, you're gonna get a degree so you can get a better job and make more money and live the dream, right? Buy a house, get yourself a spouse, get a dog, and then you know what? You're stuck. And that's why 97% of people today are stuck. It's not your fault. However, we're gonna take everything you were trained, taught up till now, use it as a springboard to catapult you toward financial freedom. We're not gonna waste those times, but we do have to do a couple of tweaks. Come with me. All right, so number 1 is this. You want to add massive value wherever you are. It doesn't matter if you're working a job just over minimum wage or whether you got a great job. If you continue to add massive value, you'll get the raises, you'll get the promotions, and you'll get paid more money for that valuable asset of time you're exchanging. You know, in college and high school, we could cut corners, cheat on exams, do things last minute, cut class. But in the real world, you will, in the long term, have to add massive value to get the better paying jobs. So, add massive value, show up, come early, stay late, say yes to everything, and you are gonna see you're gonna pass the field, lap the field compared to your colleagues. Energy. You're gonna need some energy for number 2. So number 2 is get a second job or side hustle. Okay? And here's why. There's 168 hours in a week. If you sleep 8 hours a night, that's 56 hours. You subtract that, you're left with 112. I'm gonna give you 30 hours to goof around and get ready and have showers to do whatever you need to do. That leaves you 82 hours to work. Everybody that I know that I've studied, and I've studied thousands of people, work more than 40 hours a week to become financially free, and you're gonna need to do the same thing at least for a short period of time. 1, 2, 3, maybe 5 years. So this one really here is double up. Not double down, double up. All right, number 3, slash, cut, reduce your expenses, bring them down to the bare bone, and you are going to take a difference between what you earn. Because remember, you're gonna add value at your job right now, get a raise, get a promotion, get some overtime, and make what? More money. You're gonna double up and get another job, a side hustle or something, and make what? More money. And then you're going to slash in 4 categories: transportation, house, food, and discretionary spending. You're gonna slash all that so you can save up to 80% of what you earn. How cool is that? Guess what? You were taught to spend everything that came in. That's what people were taught in school. But we're gonna change the narrative on that. And we're gonna show you that you can create a delta, a gap between what you earn and what you burn. That has to go down in the 4 categories. So if you're making 50 grand a year or 20 grand a year, doesn't matter. We're gonna double up. Remember I said double up, not double down. It's not blackjack, okay? It's not a lucky thing. This is a real sure deal, I promise you. We're gonna double up. We're gonna bring you to 100 as an example. And I want you to take your 50 that you're spending today, and I want you to knock that down to 30. What? Are you kidding me, Rock? No, I'm not kidding you. Bring it down to 20 if you can. Get it down to 20 so you can have 70 to $80,000 that you can pour into your cash flowing asset, baby. If you like this video, then subscribe, hit the buzzer, because I'm going to be teaching you what they don't teach you in school. So when I was 25, I was a flight attendant working in the airlines, and I was desperate because I just lost a bunch of money I borrowed from my mom. So I moved to Quebec City. I rented a room in a house for this lady for $200 a month. I bought a really cheap Toyota Corolla, and every time I went to work, I told the dispatcher, give me the extra shifts. Call me, I'll say yes. And I made his job easy, and guess what? He called me a lot, and I got a lot of extra shifts. And within 6 months, I got a promotion, and within a short period of time after that, I got another promotion, and I was running the entire organization at the flight attendant level. Now, I also got a side hustle working at the hotel parking cars. And because I was living in the basement of somebody's house with no extra expenses, and I was working 80 hours a week, guess what? I didn't have time to spend money. So my burn was very low, and I doubled up because I had 2 jobs, and now I was able to save 70 to 80% of what I was earning. And guess what? I went out and I bought my first piece of real estate. But you see, it's not even enough to say that. There's some other little details I want to give you. I had a car, and I remember driving to the airport. The last, I'd say 3/4 of a mile was downhill. I would turn the car off and put it in neutral to save a few pennies in gas. I would eat at the airlines. Try to get a job where you can eat at work, and they pay for it, even better. And sometimes it would be leftover meals that we were able to take home because they were gonna throw them out. So I reduced my expenses at home too. You see, when you're really motivated and you really want to become financially free, and you're willing to do the 3 steps I talked about: increase your earn, get a second job, and decrease your burn, then you're on your way to getting your first cash flowing asset. Barack, you don't understand. I'm different. My situation's different than yours. It was easy for you. You were young, you didn't have any kids, you were free, you could work night and day. I got kids, I've got a mother-in-law or a father-in-law I got to take care of. I've got soccer practice, I've got student loans. Here's the thing, I don't know where you're at. You're right, I don't know. But here's what I do know, is if you follow these steps, there is a way that you can add more value wherever you are. Just, you need to step up. You need to be hungry and say yes to possibilities, just like I did. Number 2 is you can work 5 hours more a week. Do something, 10 hours, 15, get a side hustle, get hungry and make it better. And I know over here on The Burn, because I do it with hundreds and hundreds of people, and I've helped 65 people become whole life millionaires in the last 4.5 years, and bar none, everybody saved money. Food is the biggest category that you can cut out. Takeout and going to restaurants, if you cut that, you'll probably save yourself $1,000 a month. If my mother can rent a room in her house and increase her income and go buy a Honda Civic, then maybe you can rent out a room in your house. Be creative, be committed, find a way, say yes, and if that doesn't work, then you need to hang around more people like me, because we'll challenge you to find a way. The 10 habits that you're gonna do, how you think and act differently to become a millionaire. I'm gonna give you this book for free. All you have to do is cover the shipping. When you get it, I want you to open it up and start writing in it, going over it and doing the exercises that are in it. You see, knowledge isn't transformation. It's the activity of going through it that's gonna create the possibility for you to think like millionaires, act like millionaires, and make it happen. So if you like what you heard here, then check out the next video. In that video, I'm going to teach you about the 3 different types of leverage. Leveraging the money that you work hard for, so it works hard for you. Leveraging other people's money, so you can have their money work hard for you. And leveraging people and systems in businesses. So check it out. I'll see you on the next video. I want to become a millionaire. This is where I'm going to start, but this won't be enough. But in here, I can only get in. How do I get in? How do I get into this thing? Combinations in here.